That's where the trail comes out right over there. Everybody always says to plan ahead, and I didn't. So it cost me a little bit of money to get out of town. But that's all right. Gonna be getting started. I think there's a water fountain in 4 miles, but pretty much 17 miles without water. So I've got 4 liters in the pack. It's a 1/4 till 1. Dropped off over there. So in that 17 miles to the next water source, obviously I'm not doing all of that today, but there's only like 650 foot of up and 650 foot of down spread over 17 miles. I'm going that way. And so it's going to be flat, which is convenient since I have 4 liters of water. An old school, and I think it was run down whenever I went by in 2017. Somebody could buy that and make a heck of a hiker hostel. I'm still walking. I've only come a half mile from that gate. I kind of lost track of time. Felt like I had to have gone way farther. And it doesn't really look like I'm much closer. It's about 3 miles to where I make a right turn onto the aqueduct. Still about another half mile to a possible water source. The pipe over here, is giving a little bit of shade from the protection from the wind. And it might look hot, but my thermometer says it's 70 degrees. Mixed with the wind, it's actually a pretty comfortable day. Otherwise, I had thought about trying to do this as a night hike. This property owner has a well and set this up for hikers. I've got 4 liters in my pack, and it's 14 miles to the next water, and I'm going to have to camp. So I think I'm going to drink a liter and fill up a liter. Just something different. From all the bags of trash and old furniture, I'm guessing people didn't notice the signs. Sandy spot over there. If it was later, I could camp. I'm still going that way. Two and a half miles since I left the open aqueduct. On the other side of that fence is a solar farm. About another half mile, 3/4 of a mile to the LA aqueduct. And I saw a spot to sit, so I'm going to take a break. That's fire had been burning. Smoke smelled pretty thick earlier today. That's pretty much it. That's been my day so far. It's about 2:45. Aqueduct. That was a long road walk, and this isn't going to be very different from a road walk. I think these access points are going to be fairly frequent. We want a place to sit. We're going here for 6 miles. Probably going to want to camp by then or before then. Probably not a lot of variety in campsites. You can hear the water flowing under there. In that 6 miles that I'm walking on here, there's going to be a total of 50 foot of elevation gain and 40 foot of elevation loss. That's about as flat as you're going to get. These rubber tips, I think the name brand is Cat Nomad. They're very handy. Feet were getting tired, so I stopped for a nice long lunch break. Realized I didn't eat lunch before I left. So 4:30, still walking the aqueduct. The wind made it hard to keep the hat on, and it was blowing up and wasn't working anyway. Besides, I got a fresh haircut. I don't want to wear that hat all the time. Still pretty, but it does get a little boring. It's almost 5:30. I see these spots where it looks flat, and I might be able to get some protection from the wind. I'm just afraid that I'm going to keep going, and whenever it's time to make camp, I'm not going to be able to find a spot, or it's going to be right with a bunch of houses around. Six o'clock, or it's actually 20 after 6. I got here at 6 o'clock, and somebody on the app had described a really great campsite somewhere around here, like a 1/10 of a mile back. In the last 20 minutes, I've been walking around trying to find it. Either they thought a tent site was way better than I do, or something. But I do see there's a public road. There's flat spots over there amongst the brush. I don't see any signage telling me that that's private property. Looks like state-made fence, kind of like this fence over here. So I'm going to go find a spot that'd be a little bit sheltered from the wind, although the wind died down right now. So that's my plan. So the aqueduct's over there. The tent was still just a little bit damp from a couple mornings ago. Didn't smell like mildew or anything. But I think I'm going to go find a place to sit, probably back at the aqueduct. Let some air blow through there before I get out the sleeping bag. Tonight, I'm going to do just like I normally do. 1 cup of beans, packet of tuna. I'm going to do 1 cup of this. I think maybe just a little over a cup, just to see how it is. And of course I'll get 2 cups of water boiling. I camped right over there, other side of some of those bushes, and I'm getting a late start, 9 o'clock. The wind got up pretty good there for a little while at night. I stayed up, but it's not like I stayed up late. I got the video of Lancaster edited, and sometimes I get pretty good signal, so I might be able to upload that from trail. 7 miles from that last faucet, 7 miles to the next creek, and there might be a faucet there. Coming from that way. And going that way. Oh, I'm leaving the aqueduct. Came from over there. Now I'm heading over this way. Not a lot of shade, especially shade with spots you can sit underneath. About 5 miles from the next water. I still had a liter, so I need to stop and drink it. My throat's getting dry. Started with 4 liters, drank 1 yesterday, used 1 for my dinner and coffee, drank half of 1 last night, and drank half of 1 this morning. And there's just a lot of long and flat. Not hard walking. Dirt's even kind of soft. And you can see the wind farm up ahead. Came from over there. PCT marker. Got a little bit closer to the windmills, or wind turbines, and came to a fork in the road, so I'm going to take it that way. So I came up gravel road over there, 300 foot of elevation gain in about 3/4 of a mile. And the map said I was back on the aqueduct, which I didn't believe at first until I saw the big access points. So it says I'm going to follow it a little ways, but it doesn't look the same. I don't remember this from 2017. The reason we got onto the road walk is because they say that it goes through private property. I wonder if we just stuck to the aqueduct before, or if I just, blocked out all the memory of this road walk. It's not as breezy as yesterday. It's a little bit warmer. Yesterday it was 70, got up to 75. Today it was 80 by the time I got started. Got up to 85, but then a little bit of a breeze picked up and it dropped back down to 80. These access points, I can hear so much water rushing down there. But where's the trust? Why we gotta keep them all locked up? I probably wouldn't even go down there for very long. That's the Cottonwood Creek. There's a bridge over here where the aqueduct goes over. It means there's a shady spot. And I think they say Los Angeles county or somebody has this faucet that they could turn off anytime. Right now I think it's running. So I'm going to stop, drink some water, take some water. 7 miles and 2,000 foot of elevation increase to the next water source. I've gone about 7 miles, so that sounds like a good stopping point. It's about 12:30. So that's where I filled up. A little bit after 1, I took like a half-hour break, filtered 3 liters of water, drank 1, and I'm taking 2 with me. Just for 7 miles, it's more than I need. Since it's uphill, I'm hoping I will remember to stop and drink water. This little sunscreen, windscreen, I remember this from 2017. Can't remember if I took a break here or just wished I did. Because I think I camped farther up the trail. Because I remember the wind beating the crap out of me with a trekking pole in my tent. Anyway, just figured I'd come down here and check it out. I think I'm leaving the aqueduct for good. Kind of funny, it's not a big deal, but it's one of the more memorable parts of the trail. I think everybody remembers when they were walking along the aqueduct. Now I'm going up this way. Just like that, it says that the trail resumes, but I don't know. We'll see if I end up on a road again. Wind might die down just a little bit. It felt like it took hours to walk through that wind farm, because it did. 3 of them. I think I've got about 2 more miles, 700 foot of up to the next water source, and hopefully a spot sheltered from the wind. Well, I might see them again later, but not right away, because I'm done with my uphill for the day. Down there's a creek, and that's Tyler Horse Canyon. about a quarter of a mile. Supposed to have water and a place to camp without this wind. And then tomorrow I start going up that over there. And it is 5:15. Fine time to make camp. Well, here's the creek. Doesn't look that strong, but on the app they said it's pretty reliable. And here is my campsite. The very best campsite is right over there where the trail crosses the creek. But there was another hiker there. But there's campsites 50 yards down and 50 yards up. Little disappointed when I saw somebody was already here. But then I did 14 miles today. I did 10 miles yesterday. This morning at 3 a.m. that other hiker started where I did yesterday and got here today, 24 miles. Even if I did get here first, if she had told me that, I would have moved my tent for her. Anyway, I'm ready to set up. I need to edit a video because my SD card is getting dangerously close to full enough for me to lose stuff, so I need to swap it out. Pretty nice, or a pretty spot.